Hey everyone, welcome to Above, Down, Inside Out, where we're going to integrate the 5 pillars of health in business, in sports, and in life. I'm your host, Dr. Natasha Nelson, and today we're going to look at and really talk about the idea of energy, and more specifically, how to have more energy. Over, the 25 years that I've been in the health and wellness and industry and working and with patients and clients, even early days of my chiropractic career, people wanting to have more energy was probably at the very top of their goal. They may have wanted to get rid of pain, and then number two would be have more energy. Because if you think about it, like what would you do if you had more energy every day? You're like, oh, more energy? That would be fantastic. Because what would you do with it? If you're honest, if you're really honest, you know that you would be a better parent or a better partner, a better friend, even a better boss or employee, might be a better athlete, a better artist. Whatever it is that you do, you know that if you had more energy, it would just make you a little bit better. Not because there's something wrong with you, not because the way you're doing it is wrong or bad, but having more energy allows you to go through the day and make different decisions at times, which ultimately can be better decisions. Really, it's about, because your ability to solve a problem and to function in the day is related to how much energy you have. Because you'll tolerate more discomfort with more energy. And I don't mean just physical pain, I mean your workouts. All right, you'll tolerate a little bit more discomfort, you'll push a little harder, you'll do a little more, a little extra. So that's what we're going to talk about, is really how to have more energy and how to do it instantly, because that's the whole key, right? I don't want to give you something and you're going to be like, that takes me 6 months. No, you can have more energy within like hours. So most common question around energy is, well, how do I get more energy? What do I take? What supplement should I take? What food should I eat? What should I do? And those are all valid questions. My question to you is, where are you leaking energy? Where is your energy draining in the day that either is unconscious or you're not even aware that your energy is being sucked out of you? So I want you to think back to Biology 101. 300 trillion cells in your body. Every cell has a mitochondria in it. Remember that? The word mitochondria, you're like, oh, the powerhouse of the cell, the energy production of the cell. Every cell in your body with a mitochondria is capable of producing energy. It supplies the energy for the cell, it supplies the energy for your body. Your body knows how to have more energy. So if your cells generate enough energy for you to function, what are you doing that is taking too much of it from you, that you need more? Yes, the obvious is there. Quality sleep and enough quality sleep is vital. You have to sleep. There's no making up for sleep. Because sleep is actually the time where those cells are healing, replenishing, making energy. So much of that happens at night when you're sleeping. So if you are cheating yourself out of good quality sleep and enough time and length of sleep, you're already waking up without enough energy, filling up in your body and ready to go for the day. Yes, food matters. How you nourish your body matters, because everything that you eat is either going to provide the foundation for your body to use as energy, or it's going to deplete your body of the vitamins, minerals, nourishing foundation pieces for your energy. So, but I want you to think about that concept now. Everything is either going to enhance and provide energy, or it's going to take energy from you. Your thoughts and your beliefs are no exception. The difference is you may not be aware of what's happening and going on in your mind that's draining the energy. So think of it as the unconscious, leaks in your metaphorical bucket that is draining the energy and life force from you. Because you've experienced what happens to your phone or your laptop when you have too many apps or too many tabs open. In the background, the battery is draining. And that's what happens to your body physically when your mind is draining from too many things and too many tabs and apps open that you aren't even aware that are draining and running in the background. So I wanted to go through a few of these and see if you can just identify an area or one thing that makes a difference for you. So have you noticed, do you catch yourself saying, "Oh, it's not that bad," or, "Oh, maybe it will go away"? That is a clue, a big red flag. If you are using that expression, "Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, maybe it'll go away," that's already letting you know that there's something going on that's draining your energy that you are not paying attention to. Are you going about your day, putting on a happy face, pretending everything is okay and everything is fine when really it's not? Now, I understand. You can't go to work and function and every day if you feel and show and just there's a place for just having your feelings and going to work. There's a place of having your feelings and doing what you need to do. But I'm talking about pretending things are fine to yourself when they're not. It's not about pretending to others. Yes, you sometimes have to put on a face that says it's fine. But if that face and that mask stays on and you are kidding yourself, that's what I'm talking about. It really ties into carrying a stoic and warrior suit and feeling like a robot. If that's how you operate every single day, the weight of that warrior suit and the weight of that stoicism is draining your energy because it's heavy, and carrying it around at times, eventually the burden will catch up to you because it's too much to bear. There's a place for it, there's a time for it, but sometimes at some point you have to be able to set it down. All right, so here's some others. Are you avoiding anyone, avoiding having an uncomfortable conversation because you know you've made a mistake and you just don't want to have to be called out or you're afraid of what the consequences will be. It takes energy to avoid people, and it takes energy away from you when you have to hide and pretend and always being on guard, like, oh my gosh, somebody's going to call me out or say something about it and catch you off guard. There's a lot of energy draining in that. Are you avoiding uncomfortable conversations because somebody else violated your boundary? Think about how many conversations you have in your mind trying to solve a problem, and you're internalizing this conflict, and it just goes on and on and on and on, and the conversation is going on and on in your mind, and it's not actually happening. You're not making the effort to speak up, say something, have the conversation. The conversation in your mind that tends to show up when you go to bed and you're trying to fall asleep, or at 2 a.m. and you're like, I should say this, and this is how I'm going to handle it, and this is what I'm going to say online, and all of those internal conversations are draining you. It's almost like the imaginary conversation that you think is really going to happen might likely not, unless you put it on paper and find a way to have a conversation that is constructive. What about some of the smaller things in the day that just take a little bit of your energy and you don't even realize it? Things that are kind of like that, they feel icky, they feel scary, you just don't like it. Think about how often you pass a mirror, and maybe it's you get out of the shower, you get out of the bed, you're naked, you see yourself in the mirror, and you look away. And in that looking away, something in you also kind of goes, ugh. That kind of roll in your eyes, a little bit of disgust, a little bit of, I don't want to look, the energy drain. What about looking at credit card balances, or opening your bills, and if you don't even open them and they're just sitting there in a stack? Every time you look at it, something in you has to shut down and drain your energy in order to avoid it. Because the biggest energy drains are from the judgments that you hold against yourself. They're the biggest source. They're like vampires and leeches that are just sucking the life force energy out of you. It's the judgments and the criticisms that you apply against yourself. So energy leaks can be physical, chemical, emotional, mental, or spiritual. And those are the 5 pillars of health. And so it's important to identify which pillar and break it down and just go through it systematically. Look at the areas in your life that you are judging yourself, that you are holding yourself down, that you are unconsciously draining your energy. Because every action, every behavior, every belief that you have is either life affirming, and it's going to inspire you and give you energy, or it's going to drain and suck energy out of you. That's it. Everything is either one or the other. Most things aren't neutral, and your body is always in this up and down flux, and it's a lot of work on your body to maintain what we call homeostasis. And that's just a big fancy word to say balance. So catch yourself. Any of those moments where you notice yourself glancing away, rolling your eyes, hearing yourself say that exhale with the little that's the judgment. That's letting you know your energy is draining. The good news is that your cells are repairing every single day, even within 24 hours. And as soon as you stop and you're aware of some of these behaviors,